Well,
You
good
studied the
evening,
goose to,
everybody,
for your
and welcome to the Lizard Stream. Always a pleasure to have you along, thank you.
I have a feeling they're probably
For
talking about
joining.
all that right now, and they're about to break it out on us.
Tonight we are going to be working on the Learning the Arthicrex event. This is going to be a fun one.
It's never this quiet unless the raid leaders are discussing something.
Absolutely.
Our lizard has fired up the stream.
Alright, let's go ahead and move up. And if there's a mob in back attempting to kill Ambit, let's kill that.
There's one right here in the wall that I can't seem to pull, but it's right here in the wall.
Nice.
Can't do nothing with it. Can't even taunt the damn thing.
Well, it is what it is.
Are we leaving the cleric at zone in just in case?
Well, I could zone in Ambit. He seems to be a magnet for those sorts of things.
It's bugged, sure. It's bugged.
It's bugged.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
I'm at zoning just in case.
It might be that.
It only works for ambit.
Yep.
That's true.
So,
Alright, so there are basically, I'm going to say, two major components to this fight. One is there are three named that need to die together. The other is... Okay, so there's three components to this fight. The second one being there are giant mushrooms that spawn and do nasty crap. The third component is we need to root, mez, knock back, keep away the aphids that are going to be coming from the south area up on the ledge. The aphids come in swarms. You get about 20 of them max, and then they stop spawning. They must be kept away from the named at all times. Even if you are kiting a named and it walks over an aphid, it can. Scoop it up and power itself up with it. That gives it not only a heal, but it also gives it additional hit points, making it harder to kill. We cannot, shall not, should not, must not allow the aphids to reach any named or vice versa. When it comes to the giant mushrooms, there are noxious ones that we can do nothing about except for kill the fertile one. The fertile one is much larger and must be burnt down immediately. If we keep the raids somewhat spread out, all we need to do is get that dead and the noxious ones will disappear. Kill the fertile, noxious disappear. If our healers are not standing next to each other, it is unlikely every single one of them is going to be having to deal with that crap. Wolfgar, that's a good thought. The two, I assume you're referring to the aphids, right?
yes.
They instant repop.
Okay.
But that's good thinking.
Can they be mezzed? No?
Yes, mezzed, snared, and rooted.
So I think the ideally thing would be to do that and keep them all from moving and just keep them locked down, right?
You are correct, my good man. Almost like you listen to the raid instructions.
That's a good thing.
So on that very topic, keeping them snared will actually prevent them from coming to the raid. Keeping them mezzed, keeping them rooted, all that sort of thing. I would like to have two people specifically assigned to handling that task. Do we have any volunteers?
Yeah, Tinston.
All right. I would like one additional volunteer.
A rooter.
You just need to snare it. Snaring them does the same thing as rooting.
That's what I meant. Thanks, bud.
And mezzing. Alright, if there are no additional volunteers, then I am going to volunteer. Wait a minute before I say that. The Ranger snare is AE, right?
Root is. The wizard snare is AE.
Ah, the wizard one is AE. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
The Ranger one is conal, very small cone.
Yeah, and we prefer big. We are going to use somebody else on that.
I think druids get an area snare too.
Fish food, I think that's a wonderful idea, you said and say. And you are going to be volunteer number 2.
Would the warriors fear snare thing lock them down too in a pinch?
No.
It won't work.
I mean, technically, but no, because as soon as it gets near a named, the named will scoop it up, eat it, and power itself up.
Oh, so we wouldn't have time anyway. I gotcha.
But I like your train of thought. So, Fish Food and Tinston are going to be focused on making sure those aphids do not get anywhere near the raid. Tinston, if you could find out, if you don't already know, can those aphids be knocked back?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Excellent. So with the two of you focusing on that, that mitigates one of the 3 effects that we have to deal with. Next, we are going to need a designated designated kite team, I should say. And we are going to need a way that we are handling the named, as well as our plan for killing the fertile. Let's start with the fertile mushroom as well as the other mushrooms. We are going to have the raid spread out within this general area. Not moving up top, not moving down the path that we took to get here. We're going to spread it out in this general area so you're not standing immediately next to somebody else. Those noxious mushrooms can randomly spawn on anybody in the zone, and they have a silence effect. So if you get silenced at any time, simply move at least a little bit away and you will be out of there. It's 60 range on that effect. Not very big.
So, question, Liz, what is the range of where we can pull these named to?
They can be pulled all the way back to the entrance should we desire.
So I think we should desire to do that, to give these kiters an area up here that they can kite away from the aphids and other stuff too, because otherwise they're going to be kiting right into them.
I like it.
So I think we could put a campfire probably next to this rock here-ish for one of the moving spots, and then, you know, because it's not very far, maybe one up here and just kind of bounce back and forth. Plus it kind of keeps everybody huddled, and that way the people kiting can use this open spot right up here where I'm at now to kite around, while the people that are locking the aphids down have that area up here available to them and not potentially getting a name eating their face.
I like it a lot. Can I get a few back to the entrance so I can set a banner?
I just realized my headset has been turned off forever.
Ah, well, welcome back. Thank you, banner set.
I think they power up if you pull them to outside of the event area, which would be in that cave.
Yes. So we cannot get them past the banner. Keep them on this side of the banner. Though that doesn't leave a lot of room to move away from the noxious.
We can still move up here too, like we could do, you know, a
Yeah,
campfire
let's-
toward the banner, a campfire there, a campfire here. We just need this open area for them to be able to kite.
I agree. Okay, so range DPS. It is, well, it's going to be everybody's responsibility to kill the fertile, but range DPS, I need you finding and killing that fertile mushroom ASAP. Use everything you got to get it dead, because you only got like 20 seconds from its spawn to where it must die, otherwise it heals the named.
I thought Melee worked on it.
Melee does work on it. but
Okay.
I would like the casters specifically to focus on that because they don't need to run over to it, costing a few seconds. They just need to keep their eyeballs open, watch for it, and murder it. Keep your earballs open.
So here's an idea.
Yep, 7 mages.
Put the
right now.
healers on the campfire you're standing next to, Liz. Have the caster stand about where I am, and then have the tanks tanking the named up here. So if, sorry, baby in the background.
Poor baby.
If the spore thing that we need to kill spawns on the healers, the casters are already looking at it in range. You know what I mean? Like, it's right there.
That could work.
And it gives 3 different stack points where they could spawn versus 2. So it's spread it out a little bit and spread out some of the stuff. It shouldn't be too bad.
My biggest concern with doing this in anywhere further down the hallway than this campfire is we will have not as much room to move away when we get noxious, and that's kind of a bad thing. So I was thinking have if we are only tanking 1 at a time, which is what I'd like to try this round, and kite the other 2, not really focus as much on the charm aspect as just manhandle these frickin' events, because the mobs are individually are not that horrible.
Okay, so have the caster stand where Skyfall's at. Have the healer stand where Ariona's at.
Yeah, that is more than the range, so that would definitely work. If you are in the mouth area of this tunnel, you are likely going to be just fine. If you choose to stand somewhere else, please don't stand right on top of my good buddy Ninmit. He's going to be hiding in a corner and you don't see him. But the biggest thing to remember is if you are silenced, just move. Just move a little bit. The goal is to murder the fertile as soon as possible. Myrtle the fertile. The goal at this time on this run is going to be, let's keep the named around this campfire that you see Lizard Man dancing across right now. Let's keep the named ish around ish this location ish. Pummel has a good point of warning that he mentioned in Say is if we start to see that emote message, then where the name goes berserk, that means that it's too far away. Hopefully this location is not too far away, but we're going to find out on this pull.
So I was just thinking about it too. The other nice thing is if we're only doing 1 at a time and shit starts going south, just charm it for a second.
Exactly. So, as for kiting,
I did find something online telling a good place to kite them. Those first two, like ant hills or whatever there, they say just run around a circle around those. The 2 giant ones that's closest.
no,
The only
okay.
problem with that though is the aphids are right there, right? So I don't know if
Yeah.
that'll make a difference or not.
This round, what I'd like to do is clockwise kite them around this general big area that we have right here that we used to use for a fight spot. We'll just kite them in a clockwise fashion around this general area where you see Lizard Man, the big snake, running around very slowly around this circle. This will be your kite area. We have 3 knights I'm seeing, 2 paladins, 1 shadow knight. Could be wrong on that, but nope. 2 paladins, 1 shadow knight. We're going to have 3 knights and 2 named 2 kites. When we get one of them, assuming we do, once we get one of them down to around 10-15%, that tank, whomever is left off on that, is going to have to do the kiting. Meaning they are still going to be getting hit. That's a good time to make sure your shield is equipped. You got defensives going, all that sort of thing. The big thing that we have to get used to in this is 1, keep the aphids away from the named. 2, kill the fertile as quick as possible. And 3, keep the mobs occupied. If we can learn to do that, we will beat the event. Again, this is a learning event. Please don't get down or butthurt if things don't go right the first round. I am expecting a fail at least twice before we make solid progress. But give it what you got, and we can get more used to it and get ourselves a win. We learned a lot of things last time we were here, and a lot of things that aren't going to work. Now let's use the things that we are going to have work. The Klix, K-L-I-X, is the one that is an AE blind. We're going to kite Klix, and we're going to kite Clax. We're going to start with X. We're going to kite Klix and Clax. We are going to start with X. We will bring X into the raid. We will take it down to around 15-ish%, and then whomever is tanking at that point is going to move them out of the way into the overall kite area. All you have to do is hold it. We will call for charms at some point, but we are not going to charm at the very start, because I want to see if we can handle kiting 2 and handling 1. So keep your charms ready, but we're not going to actively use them just yet.
They left all that. Somebody left the charms on the corpses.
Well, I know an excellent solution to that. We put out a tank list and we'll get going.
Yeah. So if you're not going to charm the 2 names, would you not want to give those command jellies to the kiters so that they can lock them down when they need to, since it's instance?
Everybody possible should have one of those command jellies. That would be wonderful, especially our kiters.
Yeah, please, for the kiters, because yeah, they can just stop them if they get into trouble. It's instant. But yeah, they can only have one at a time. That's why it's best to leave them in the window on free grab next time.
For the tankage, there's our tank list. Who is going to be the first kiter on Clax, K-L-A-X? Clax is in the back corner. I believe Itko mentioned that. Wonderful. Who can be the first kiter on Klix? K-L-I-X, the one in the far right corner. Wonderful, that's Draken King. Which means, Budsweiser, you are watching to pick him up as needed. Does anybody have any questions on the instructions given so far? Wonderful. Pummel, are you ready to tank X?
Yep. Where are we pulling him to? By the banner?
The campfire. The campfire. Between the mouth and the banner. The one where Lyrics and Hefe are standing so that they die to the AE.
Yeah,
because they don't
I
like
don't
think
think he's rampage at all, do they?
You're probably not, but I wanted to call them out because I'm a dick.
I could use run speed. I don't have any.
I know an excellent solution to that.
Swap Ecovia in for a warrior.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Anybody not ready? Again, we need to kill the ads as they come in. There's going to be a few drones. Just kill them real quick while the tanks handle their business. Alright, I'm going to be tagging X in just a moment. Everybody else, grab your stuff that you need to be grabbing.
I'm in the back left, right?
Yes, sir.
KLAX.
You got it, man. Alright, Pommel, I'm going to bring you some fun. Here we go. Grab your mobs. Raid, kill X. Well, take it to 15. Heals to Pommel. Oof. Heals to Pommel. Kill that drone, kill the drone. Watch for the big mushroom. Kill the fertile when it pops. Call it.
I'm down.
Heals to Wolfgar. Wolfgar's got it. Heals to
Kinston's
Wolfgar.
down.
Oh boy, mushroom, mushroom. Kill fertile quickly.
We need to
10 seconds.
I'm down.
Fertile
Wolfgar's
is.
down.
We are wiping.
two things, if I may.
And not yet.
Okay.
Oh, we did kill the fertile. There is that.
I never saw the fertile on my extended target.
You won't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to have somebody pull those ants out when we grab the rest of them too.
Yep. I should have specifically assigned one person to do that, but instead of just mentioning it casually.
I thought about it and forgot to bring it up. It ain't just you, brother.
Sure feels like it. Okay, at no point am I seeing the emote that says that they are powering up because they are too far away. So I think that spot is safe to do that in. Go ahead and click through if you haven't. Summon your corpse if you haven't. After we do, we will move to the guild hall and get rebuffed. Yeah, they do. They hit. They hit kind of hard. They don't have a lot of strike through, so that's good. So as long as the warrior is using defensive, they won't be hitting for over 10k. So that won't be a big deal. We just have to get this raid crew, our raid crew, understanding their jobs and doing them. That is the concern.
Would it be possible to get a real assist?
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be super helpful.
Once you have been rezzed, go ahead and move to the guild hall pool. We will be rezzing in the lobby for a few more moments. Summon your corpse.
If you had fish illusion, never mind.
So, what happened with the aphids?
We never saw him.
The named ate some.
Well, I never saw him. I got killed by an ant immediately.
That is an issue. We are going to handle it differently next time.
So
Did you
what
see
if we
any?
just get somebody kiting everything and then we pick the name off that we want?
That is one of the ways it will be different next time. Again, we are meeting in the guild hall pool. Rezzes should be about done. Not seeing any additional on the west side.
They don't know how to add on the west side.
Right? So again on this, I'll go over that in just a moment. Let's get the buffs for now. So for our knights, what went wrong with your kite?
I think I was going so fast it was hard to find my circle, but I did use the 2 columns in the end, and I went fine. I cut around on the last turn, and the mob was like there. He like came down.
Gotcha.
And then I popped back up to go back into the circle, but then I think I was stunned or whatever. He just killed me.
Okay, that's fair. Not that I'm trying to assign blame, I just need to know how we can compensate to make sure this doesn't happen next time.
I won't have Lev on. That was a little disorienting with the
Okay.
speed. So that'll be one thing I won't be doing.
So, what we're going to do this time, as we're finishing up the buffs, as we're meting in the pool, what we're going to do this time is we're going to send somebody out to pick up everything, all the trash, all the everything, and just kind of run them around in a circle for a little while. And we will kill the drones, and we will likely even spawn our first set of mushrooms at some point, somewhat quickly, but at some point we are going to pull in X, and we're going to beat it down. Hopefully that is going to set us up more for success. If we have an initial kite team handling it, and we can keep those mobs just kited, we're going to be just fine. And that will give our aphid handlers some time to get into position, figure out where their mobs are coming from, prevent them from getting where we don't want them, as well as find out whether they can be pushed back somewhere where we do want them.
Can I make a recommendation?
Go ahead.
When instead of having your kiters start kiting right away, why don't you take 2 of your kiters and immediately charm those 2 mobs while we lock down the beginning of the raid, and then as soon as those charms break, they can kite them for the minute that they can't be locked down, and do it again after if they want to.
Not a bad idea. Use charm as a kite method. I like it.
As a mez, really.
Yes.
So pull them with the mez?
You wouldn't have to pull them. It's instant click. You just run, as long as you got it targeted, you would just run towards it and click it, and it's your pet. And then you just let it stand there and do nothing while we lock down the beginning of the raid.
Or you can bring it over towards the corner of the round table that you're going to be kiting around, away from the aphids, because the aphids spawn really close to where the mobs originally start at.
I'm down with having a couple seconds to get oriented.
Can't we send that pet on the big mushroom?
Send a pet. We can send all pets on the big mushroom. Absolutely. We just need somebody who is going to pick up that really quick on our assist, because I don't think that big mushroom was targeted.
I was on it. I think I was the only one that's on it.
If I were you, I would, if the kiters are going to use charm as a mez, I would keep them out of the raid. Just keep them completely separate from the rest of the occasion, and like Lizard said, they can just sit them somewhere. You can tell the pet, to guard here, and you can move way away from the guy, but nobody else has aggro on it yet. So you can, when it breaks, it's going to run to you, and you have time to start kiting.
Sounds good.
For the charming, does the mobs has to be without charm for 1 minute for the same person, or for just because if it's for the same person, other persons can charm it in the minute that
the
the
mob
charm-
is immune to charm for 1 minute after it's been charmed.
Oh, okay.
Good question. And that would be an amazing exploit if we could do it. All right, buff should be done. Let's go ahead and zone back in. Banner in, banner in. So, of our kiters, which one of you, I said which one of you, is going to be the one to charm, pick up, and kite Clack scale AX?
I only really know him by location, so
That's the back left one.
I can do that one again. I think I had him until we went south.
Okay, then Drake and King will take clicks, and they will keep them occupied. And then once the charm is about to break, you'll just watch that buff window. Once that charm is about to break, you will get ready to start kiting them around the area and do the deed. That'll at least get us a minute to get this guy down a little bit while handling the big mushroom.
Yeah,
Because we
so run
must handle that big mushroom. I'm not saying that to be weird.
Handle the big mushroom.
So I am going to run in and use the mez. When it breaks, start my running and go from there.
You got it. Same with Drake and King. And if need be, use deflection. Face tank it and use deflection. If your 1 minute timer is almost up, you can do it that way.
The armor up for when the thing drops to help start the initial kite. Is what I'm going to try.
However, that works. However you're gonna do it, do it.
It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing, what you look like you're doing when you're doing when you do it.
Oh, the other thing I was worried about, can I run up in there? They're not going to, will the guy in the center aggro me? That's kind of the other thing I didn't run in there because I was worried I was going to ag that guy up front.
I was pulling the guy at the front.
I'll just run headlong into the back left as soon as you say go.
Do it, man.
With
Again,
that hat on, your head is very long too.
please be shrunk. Shrinkage is good. And have a long mustache.
You can't handle the bars.
Depends on what kind of bar.
Hey, sailor. Blue oyster. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Oh boy, I ain't handling that bar. Alright, looks like we got our mobs. Go ahead and assume your positions. And kill that drone. So
Figured out how to pull them.
good. So the overall idea, again, In case anybody missed it, I will pull in the X mob to Pummel. Pummel, you still have Fortitude up?
I don't have fort.
Okay, Wolfgar, do you have Fortitude up?
Alright, he's stuck in the wall.
Wolfgar, do you have Fortitude up? Rallis, do you have Fortitude up?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, then you will be first. I didn't, Pummel said he does not. I didn't hear back from Wolfgar, so you will be the first tank on this one. I will bring X to Rallis. Rallis will tank it, and thank you, Wolf. And then Gurp will be backing him up. I will update the tank list accordingly. Gurp, you have Ford up, right?
Yeah.
Good deal, I do as well. So, again, what we're going to do, I will pull in X at that time. Itko's going to run in and tag his guy and bring it back to this general area, keeping it away from the aphids. We do need somebody to go in and make sure they've rounded up all the aphids. Skyfall, would you take responsibility for that?
You mean the ants?
The ants, yes.
What do you want me to do again?
Pick up the, make sure the drones are picked up so they don't kill our knights.
Sure.
Thank you. I will pull in X. Itko's going to pull in Klax. Draken King's going to pull in Clicks. They're going to handle their stuff with Charm. The raid is going to focus on taking down X and killing the Fertile. Who's our main assist?
Yeah, me.
Excellent. The Fertile is of vital importance, getting that targeted ASAP.
Okay, just make a hotkey for /tar fertile.
Probably won't work because it can spawn anywhere in zone. You're just going to have to be watching out for it. And as soon as anybody sees a mushroom, you got to find it. And get it targeted so that we can burn that thing down. Because we only have 25 seconds.
Is it okay to be behind the campfire?
Oh yeah, go wherever you want to go. Wherever you feel comfortable that you can do your job. Just don't stand on top of Ninmit's head because he gets paranoid.
Say it, lizard. Say it.
Alright, does anybody have any questions or issues before it's time?
If you stay out of range, is it okay to pull an ant that you can see back there already?
Let's not pull any ants just now.
Roger.
Alright, friends. I do believe it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
You're so freaking cute.
Back.
Welcome back. You kill things.
I killed stuff while I was okay.
Oh boy. Your frickin' drink.
It was the directive.
He wants you to poke things in their chocolate starfish.
Oh boy. And on that happy note, I will be pulling X to Rallis. Main heals will be going to Rallis. I will be pulling in 5, 4, 3, numbers, pulling. Okay, I got murdered. Fuck.
And so did I.
Of course we did.
And so did Dami.
Yeah. course.
I was trying to pull that drone.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Who's on clicks?
IX is Draken King, but he is dead. And so is Rallis.
I grabbed one and took it out. I'm looking for aphids. Somebody else take
Good.
when it breaks.
I got one too.
Mushroom.
Sure.
At raid, fertile.
Killing these ants with these guys. Here come the aphids. Oh, frack, I'm down.
Oh, I'm dead. Got snare off.
And they hit me for 13k.
Not bad. Mushroom.
Pushed.
Kill the fertile, it's on a rock.
Clicks is just killing people.
If you didn't hear her, she said the aphids cannot be pushed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for checking. And that's a wipe. Get out if you can. Okay, next round we are going to not try to mez anything. We're going to send one person up there, one person only, and they are just going to kite. They're going to kite their happy butts off. And until we can get kiting down, we're not going to do anything else. Because if we cannot kite, we cannot do this. Let's summon our corpses to the lobby. We're going to meet in the guild hall for rebuffs. We are going to kite.
I don't think there's enough room to
Anurin,
kite 'em down.
Steel, and Quasi, and none of them actually are active at this point with the Immortal Few.
Who's kiting?
I did not say.
Steel was on pretty recently.
Steel will occasionally log on, but he is really not active at any specific point in time. I've kept in touch off and on with Anurin. He's doing okay. It is good to hear from him when I have the opportunity. That's a good thing. But, yep, they are currently not in game. They will check in every once in a while, though. It'd be good to have them back. This is, of course, a learning event for us. Just trying to figure out what's going to work best for this team. Although there are a few strategies out there that other people have used, no one strategy works for everybody every time. And finding out what's going to work for your team to maximize their abilities is best.
Forgot to summon my corpse.
Well, this is an excellent time to do so. Once you've been res, please move back to the Guildhall pool. We will rebuff there.
Thank you, Chiefy.
So it's good to know that the aphids cannot be moved back. Did we get a good handle? I asked this to Tinston and Fish. Did we get a good handle on where they are coming from and when you need to cast what?
This is the first time I saw them actually spawn in 3 places instead of just one. But they were all still near each other enough that an AE would have caught them.
Good.
I was just individually mezzing them. They look to be coming from the back.
Yes.
I accidentally hit my go forward and I didn't stop. That's why I died. I couldn't stop myself, but I had several of them mezzed out there.
That's good to know.
And as I was kiting, the area that I was set to kite through, that's all it was aphids, and I'm thinking to myself, if he's going to be eating these, then my stun stopped hitting him, and I guess that's when he ran down towards the raid for whatever reason. Because there was a lot of aphids where I was running.
And where is that?
I need something.
Around the columns.
So the aphids got to the columns.
They were all
where
in
they basically
the back.
start.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so they start there.
That's basically where I felt like I was kiting where they were, so that seemed problematic. Maybe we do the kiting down in the bowl area. Everybody gets further back in the tunnel, and the casters can get around it, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, that is what should be happening. They should not be kited where the aphids are. Thought I said that multiple times, but it seems I did not communicate effectively.
Sometimes you can communicate and it's not till it smacks people in the face that they actually go, oh yeah, didn't you say something about that?
I'm thinking that might be the case here.
Quite probably.
So the goal this time is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go in with a slightly different focus. All I want is a successful kite, a lockdown of aphids, and killing of the fertile mushroom. Nothing else. I want to see how long we can do that, because these are components that are necessary in order to continue. So if we can't get those components, we shouldn't be bothering to continue. And if we can't, there are other ways to do this. They're just not as pretty. Also, if in the off chance that this round does not go well, I don't want to get anybody frustrated with just chain deaths without much progress. We'll move over to the other event. If we do show progress on that this time and are able to develop this skill set to do what we need, we will continue with it. But I don't want anybody getting worn out on something that we're going to have to hit a bunch more times. So if things do go bad, we'll just go ahead and move over to another event. Because we do have other events that we can do and work on, even with our current lockout schedule. So let's finish up any buffs. We need to be headed out pretty soon.
I wanted to mention, they don't seem to move very fast, so that's a good thing.
That's true, and that's definitely a good thing. If they are actually snared, they won't even move at all. So that's freaking awesome. But Root or Mez will also lock them down. Alright, I think that just about does it for the buffs. I'm not seeing any additional ones going out at this point. Let's go ahead and zone back in and go for another round. Again, the goal is going to be to initially do a kite of the mobs, and while the raid stays back, kills the drones, and handles the fertile. When the aphids go live, we will get those locked down as well, though that's not as important necessarily as making sure the kite is right. In order to get that kite right, I am going to ask for Skyfall to do an initial round with it. I'm actually going to send in... Skyfall, do you want me to go ahead and just send Les in with a DA to round things up? And then you just pick them up and go?
No.
Alright.
Because I can just DA myself and do that.
That's fair.
I do ask, can some of you healers throw Bubba, Crashin, and Dami on your extended target window? Because if I'm kiting, I'm not going to be able to heal.
Good call. Go ahead and zone in if you haven't. Please be shrunk. Funny, how you doing? Once we finish picking up these drones and getting these dead, do a quick review, and we will go from there. That appears to be all of them. Could be wrong.
That's not good.
Oh, event started, I guess. Let me see if I can tag some drones off you.
Stay back. Stay back.
I'm dead. I need run speed. Didn't have it.
Yep. Be ready for the fertile. When the fertile pops on us, kill the fertile. Stay here.
Dummy, can you go grab my corpse?
Raid, stay with the banner. Watch for fertile. Event is live.
They see, I saw
Fine, I'll just summon it real quick. We'll get it later. I'm not worried about it.
Gonna be some AEs and some silences. Be ready. Could happen anytime. There they are. Kill fertile. Kill it. Heal through.
They poof.
Repeat until reset. Kill the drone. Right now we're just handling, target the fertile and get it dead when it pops. This is our only thing we're doing at this moment. And it seems somebody, fertile's up, fertile's up. Heal through. This is what we need to be doing every time that happens. As you can tell, the only people who are dying are those who are messing with the mobs ahead. There's our reset. Let's kill these.
This is actually really good practice.
Absolutely. Take a bad, turn it into a good.
Man, at least I didn't train a raid.
Exactly. As you can tell, the noxious mushrooms didn't kill anybody. Yeah, they probably got some of you down to 40%. But even just standing in the aura and doing nothing, we were fine. And that makes sense, Arya, only because they spawned around the entire area. So the entire entrance area was locked down with a silence aura. That's all the more reason that on the actual fight, what we're going to do is tank it more towards that campfire and the mouth of the path here, so you can spread out just a little bit and get away from it easier, because there's only 6. So again, the goal is going to be, we stay here, handle the fertile. In the meantime, I'm going to ask Skyfall to kite the mobs, and our knights to bring in any drones. Bring the drones into the raid so that the only thing on extended target, notice the mushrooms never appear on extended target, the only things that'll be on extended target will be clicks, clacks, X, and that's basically it. Getting the kite right matters. In all honesty, we should be able to stay at the entrance for a good 5 minutes of kiting if things go perfect. Just killing the fertile every time it spawns, every 45 seconds. Because one round of those mushrooms is not going to kill anybody, even if you stand in it. I'm making sense here, right?
Mm-hmm. Not to me, anyway.
I don't smell anything.
I'll drink to that.
You gotta scratch your monitor first.
I got a story about Scratch and Sniff, but I won't tell it on a public channel like this, especially while streaming.
Keys.
God knows you'll never make Supreme Court justice that way.
Right? or will I?
Truth.
I made an appointment right away to go see my biologist to find out if I'm really a man or not. But now I don't know anymore.
Oh,
Critical heal. God damn it.
it's my fault.
I mean, I could start kiting it, I guess.
Do it.
Yes, I can too.
All right, Knights, start picking up those drones, please.
How'd you get killed?
Raid, stay
By
here.
all the
Oh, fuck.
the other shit that you ran into me.
Oh,
This is how we die. Or we can kite. Yes, good. Somebody kite. Pick up the drones, bring them in. Stay here at the entrance. About to get shrooms. Shrooms up.
Rooms.
Here they are.
Kill Fertile, kill Fertile. Quickly. Good.
Ow.
Kill drones.
Tyler's dead.
Cryptid.
Oh shoot,
Kill drones.
Joe is dead. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna die in about 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And there I go. I've been slain by falling rocks.
I did just kick an aphid.
I see that.
Looks like I'm kiting pretty well.
Aphids can be knocked back.
Sorry, I couldn't. So
Just kiting away.
Interesting.
I should do this with Jesus.
Kinston down. Aphids
Fertile.
fast.
It's all the way out in the air in the kite area. That's bad.
Shrooms.
You're likely not going to kill this in time. Nope. Failed.
Oh, Dami got a right.
Alright, let's
Whatever
let it
I was
reset.
kiting is this.
Let it reset.
Should I do this with Jesus?
Fertile. Kill Fertile if you're in zone.
That's irritating. Kill it.
When it resets, we're going to get a couple mobs on us. Move back towards the banner. Move back towards the banner.
Should I summon?
Give me a moment. Fertile. Noxious will deep up. Stay here.
Shoot.
Mushrooms.
Fertile.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Sorry, I might get
Jeez, it's all the way up top. That's a bad spot for it to be.
I was like, I couldn't find it.
not target.
Stars
Who's
are
up
not
there?
aligned.
Alright, back to the banner, please. If you're still in zone.
Ooh, I'm being dragged.
Alright, repop. Repop of mobs. Let's kill the ones here, don't pull any more. I'm not saying this to try to bring anybody down. That's never my intention. We have an amazing team here, but I didn't see much progress on this round. I don't think it would be beneficial. I don't think we're going to get a lot out of going again on this event. I think it would be best to go ahead and move on to a different event. I'm going to see if it's possible. Give me just a moment. I'm going to see if it's possible to get down to the Klicknar Queen. And I will know in a moment. Give me a sec. If not, we will go over and do another zone.
The drones next to the names have a huge aggro range.
I might bring in a mob or two. Sit tight. We will have instructions in just a moment. Trying to do some shenanigans. Two incoming. Again, if you're waiting instructions, good. That is exactly what I'm hoping you'll do. There is no safe way to get down to that Klicknar Queen without killing these first. None. I mean, there is, but I really don't like that way.
Below us?
Yeah, it's in the hive below us.
Could we put a banner down if someone got down there?
If 12 people got down there, yes.
I mean, we're not close enough up here to...
They see SOS.
No, we are not.
Or the mushroom.
Shrooms.
Can we get a TL out? If we can get a TL out, that would be glorious.
People are dying.
Get out if you can, especially with an AETL. Very good. Thank you. Please summon any corpses that you have to the lobby. We are going to be discontinuing this expedition and moving on to a different one.
You're gonna meet in a pool, or?
Yes, we will meet in the Guildhall pool.
So some of those guys did push route and other ones did not.
Of the aphids?
Yeah,
Did they have different names?
I didn't notice.
I don't think they did have different names, so that's interesting.
Yeah, the first set I caught, it pushed them all back. The next set pushed none back.
Very
Probably have
interesting.
different numbers.
Yeah.
I remember trying this event for over a month.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
They're like Borg. They adapt.
That could be.
Yeah, no kidding.
Crazier things have happened, man.
You guys let me in.
You said you wouldn't talk about that. Oh, you mean the guild.
Wow.
I play Ecovian.
I play Novardian.
I'll drink
No,
to
no,
that.
this one actually can be Ecovian.
House of Thu is going to be freaking awesome. I am excited about that one. That's always been a fun one for us.
I get the blame. What am I? Why did I get the blame?
I take full credit for that.
He's your friend.
Oh, I'm AFK. Do Tenson say something bizarre?
It's a safe guess, bud.
Yeah, I know who you are.
My Amazon order is almost here.
Yeah, I'm excited about HOT as well. This is going to be really good for us. We're going to get as far as we can in this expansion. I'm honestly not expecting things to have gone as smooth as they did.
On the bright side.
And we are going to beat this and other events, but this one is a little bit of a tough one for us.
Lemonade out of lemons. I like it.
Needs to kill.
I thought we lose DKP when we don't win. Isn't that right?
Yes, except for no. In any way.
Exactly.
It's just Tencent that loses DKP when we don't win.
Fair enough. As long as I don't lose it every time I die.
It would be negative.
Again,
I
meet
would
the
have to
guild
give
hall
other
pool.
people my loot.
We are going to do another fun event next. One that we are going to have to learn, but it has a smoother learning curve. Let's rebuff in the pool. Get there if you have not yet done so. We're gonna go take a breath together.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
A wrathful breath. So on this next event, we are basically we need to make Brath the named killable by doing things, and then kill him. There are items that need to be turned in that make him killable. They spawn from what are they called? The granite mobs. You get your A granite and you give it to NPC in zone, and that makes him killable. You gotta turn in 4 of them. They drop from each of the waves that we have to fight of ads before then. Similar to the Cooling Chambers event, there is a banish, but fortunately for us, on top of the banish, the mobs that you're banished to are mezzable. So if we leave a mezzer at those mobs, people aren't going to die to those mobs that they're banished to. There are a few AEs, so loading corruption cures are going to be important. And that's corruption cure for anything that lands on you. And there's some pretty hefty AEs that go out for damage, but these are things that we can work through. But essentially this fight is about keeping the mobs locked down that we get punted to, keeping the handling the ads and getting them dead, and really dealing with the damage that we get. Some of the mobs in the waves are even messable, though most of them are not. One of the bad things about Breath is he cannot be leash tanked. If so, he really F's things up. Alright, let's go ahead and kick the expedition if we have not yet done so. Looks like buffs are about done. Let's move over to Underquarry. Move to Underquarry. We're gonna meet at Tenkar.
Oop, set to the guild stat there. Let me change it.
Thank you.
As soon as I find there it is. It's up.
Ah, that was a really fun expansion, Veil of Alaris.
Mm-hmm.
That was some good times.
I like VOA too.
There's some good stuff there. Some fun raid events, some challenging group content, but nothing too crazy. The City of Bronze. I don't remember whether that was Veil of Alaris or that was Reign of Fear, but that was a good time all around that era. There's a lot of good content then. A lot different than what we are currently facing in Underfoot.
Which is why this is not my favorite in this series of expansions.
Again, we are moving to Underquarry. Meeting up at Tenkar. Also, as a little side note before we continue, there is a plan in place that is being finished, fleshed out, let's say. This plan is to attempt to work on some cheese to get us into Brel's Temple faster. Brel's Temple is something we have to beat in order to do Convortium. On Saturday during normal raid time, if you can attend, we are going to be teaming up with some of our friends from the Eternal Dream, and we will be working some stuff together to try to push towards getting in there faster. That's going to be our normal raid time.
Where are we meeting up at?
We will drop a banner. There it is. Banner is currently up in Underquarry at Tenkar.
Getting back because that's not.
It might take it a moment for the expedition to spin up, but when it does, please say report, R-E-P-O-R-T, when not in Viz, to Tenkar Everhotpants.
That was really easy to find, so.
Again, banner is set. Say report to Tenkar. Once you zone in, please be shrunk. Please do not move out from the entrance. Stay there. Stay there, be shrunk. Finish up any buffs, check your buff list, make sure you got what you need. Rubac Oseka. Yes, I remember that water zone. That was a lot of fun.
I remember the name and I'm having trouble remembering the zone.
Yeah, at certain fight times during the name fight, we had to swim underwater and kill some mobs and then go inside. Do not follow Lizard, I'm doing weird things.
You know it's gonna make a lot of people follow you.
I'm getting funky with it.
Alright, this is annoying.
Oh, it's the shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna keep happening.
I'm back. What's up?
Welcome back. We chose to move to a different event.
Ooh, can you X up on Ash?
They're in raid.
For DZ, so I don't have to type his name. Thank you. Let's see, how do I go do this?
Is there a banner? Is it safe?
Are you drunk? Are you drunk?
Yes and yes.
No, I just got home. I was driving.
Like you can't drink it. Oh, wait.
No, actually, I definitely. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. I won't even taste alcohol if I know I'm driving.
Good call, man. Good call.
Yeah, besides, it's only illegal if you drink and drive. So if you drink before you drive, you're good.
Yeah, let's see how that would go over well.
Short for healers.
Shadow, hope you got your bind wound up.
His Earth Pet casts Healing Aura behind it.
Yeah.
That would be the tits.
Okay.
Are you bringing Ambit this week?
Not this round. I'll banner him in when he's useful. He will not be useful first round.
Off tank mez, kill mobs.
Pretty much.
Repeat, repeat, repeat.
So in the middle of us right now, there is a NPC named Targaman. Targaman Blockstacker. That is a key NPC in this raid. So what's basically going to happen is we need to off-tank Brath for quite a long time without leash tanking him. When we leash tank him, bad things happen, so we need to actually face tank him, and he hits pretty freaking hard. Fortunately, he is perma-rooted, but he does signal target and AE rampage. Once we've killed 3 waves of mobs, we will see that a large chunk of A-granite, as I'm going to call it. It's probably agranite or some BS. I'm going to call it A-granite because I can. And we will turn all 4 of those into Targaman. That makes Brath killable. In the ravine is a Trench Guardian of Brath. That is the mob that we keep permanently mezzed. It needs to be kept mezzed throughout the entire event. That's the mob that you get punted to. Who wants to take that responsibility of keeping that mezzed?
I'm glad to mez any.
I heard Syncope's voice about a second first, so we are going to get Syncope in on that. One other thing to mention, this name does not see invis. So Syncope, if you'd be so kind as to invis up.
Am I following him?
Yep, we're going to go find this Trench Guardian.
Don't trust him, Sync.
Oh, hell no. Make sure you hug the left because he has an aura that will drop your invis. And you don't want to be on aggro just yet. I jumped in to find it. Must not be up currently, but he's supposed to be over here, in this general area where you see Lizard Man right now, if you see him. He's supposed to be at this end of the pit inside. East of the ladder. I don't know where specifically he is, but as long as we can keep him mezzed, we good. He will likely pop after we start messing with B-Man up top. I would advise hanging out probably over here-ish, maybe towards the start of it. Maybe even up towards the west end, and then as soon as we start, you can run down that general direction, find him, and get him mezzed. And let us know if anything comes up that prevents you from doing so, okay?
If I do something out of invis, am I gonna start something?
Unlikely, because Lizard Man is out of invis and didn't aggro anything.
Okay, I just want to give myself lev.
Yeah, I got, it will also knock off your lev too.
I remember starting over where Lizard is. When we
Yeah.
did his on live. Like the entire raid was over here.
Yeah, we're not moving just yet though. So, for the raid, when you get punted to the pit, you run west to get out. When you're punted away, run west to get out. This is something you'll need to remember. Brath is going to move to one of 5 locations throughout the event. The overall total event is timed with a total of 13 minutes-ish on the overall thing. First wave comes nearly right away, and second wave comes at 4 minutes, third wave at 8 minutes, and fourth wave there isn't. There's only 3 waves. So we get an initial wave, 4 minutes, and then 4 additional minutes is the next wave. Kill all 3 waves to get all the items we need. Invis up, invis up, invis up. Be invis now. When you are invis, hug the left wall out of the cave. And we're going to move west along the trench and aggro Brath by not hugging left, and that is a thing.
All where Invis just got knocked off.
That's why I said to hug the left wall, because that doesn't aggro the named when we don't do that. Once you are out of the cave, move west to the west end of the pit, which is the top of the ramp that leads into the pit. You're going to see your old buddy Lizard Man over here. If you can drag any corpses with you, that'd be great as well.
You're out of range.
I know a good solution to that. Again, once you've left the tunnel, you have to hug left when you are leaving the tunnel in order to survive and not aggro the big giant red rock beast known as Brath. Alright.
Yep.
So, let's try this again. Be kicked out of the expedition, and we will get a new one.
What the heck happened?
We failed the event because we chose to aggro the named, and now we have to get a new expedition.
Boop, 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 boop.
Wow.
The guy in basic, he didn't know his left from his right. So he made him put a big old rock in his left pocket, marched him around, and wore a freaking mark into his leg. By the time he was done, he always knew which to put the lead off with, though.
Isn't that something? It's okay, mistakes happen. If for any reason you are not with the raid, specifically because you might have died, this might be an excellent time to banner back. We have a banner set just outside of the expedition at the Quest NPC. When the expedition spins up, you're welcome to say report, R-E-P-O-R-T, to Tenkar Everhot. Of course, you can't be invis and have it function properly.
Oh my gosh, the cat is eating the straw paper. Susan, that is not how you get fiber.
Where is it? She is getting fiber.
I heard this little noise, and I look over and she's.
It is indeed a hair day. See, this is what my hair looks like when I do not style it. Since I wasn't going to leave the house anyway.
Sweetums, no. No, you cannot eat the straw paper. That's it. I know you've already eaten some of it. You're not going to get any more. You have food. Good food. Kitty, I swear.
Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. Please be shrunk, be shrunk, be shrunk. Once you are shrunk, please invis and hug the left wall to get out of the cave. If you do that, you will not aggro the named. I proved this by doing it myself many times. I know we can. The goal is to get to the west end of the ravine.
Why is the zone shaking?
It just does that.
Because we're inside the zone.
It's nervous.
It's scared of us.
So we all should be in the southwest corner.
Negative. We should be on the west end, at the mouth of the ravine. If you see a lizard man, you are in the right location. If you do not, you are probably not in the right location.
Fortunately, we all ran to the corner nearby.
We was all up behind you. We got your back.
Excellent. I'm feeling the love. Yeah, someone messed up. They chose to go right instead of left. I said go left, they ran right.
Into the mob.
Right where the named is. And then we had our discussion of what is the difference between left and right. Turns out they were right and wrong at the same time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Ah, kids.
Yeah, you can be uninvis once you're here behind Lizard Man.
Absolutely. He doesn't have a huge aggro radius, but he does hit. Oh, he slaps. So, again, when you get banished, you're going to get banished into the pit in front of us. If you run west, you will be able to get out of the pit and get back into the fight. This is going to be our sort of home base-ish area. We are going to try to get these waves of mobs handled and away from breath. We are going to need a... Actually, you know what? I am going to change that. Since everybody's over here, let's move south to the wall, and then east. We're going to go back-ish the way-ish we came-ish.
Re-invis?
You should not need to be invis. Thank you for asking.
We have food. It's not dark enough for you to want to watch.
Let's hide over in the southeast-ish corner-ish of this zone-ish. We're going to do something different here. That way we got more people closer toward the named, and we can bring mobs over here towards us. I move the empowered banner inside. Again, we are going to... how the event works is we have to off-tank breath. So we are going to need some healers to move up a bit. Not too much, but enough to be in range to heal on the tank on breath. I will volunteer to be the first tank on this with, let's say, Pummel, and then Wolfguard backing me up. We will... Once the ads spawn, which should be about 20 seconds in of keeping the named active, the idea is to literally kill them all. Some of the warrior mobs are mezzable, the others are not. They will need to be off-tanked. So our other warriors who I did not mention and our knights will need to be picking them up. Let's find out if any of them are rootable, because that might be helpful. Let's find out which ones are snareable and which ones summon. Let's do what we can to figure out as much as we can about this event. So again, Lizardman's going to be first, Pummel's going to back him up, and then Wolfgar's going to pick it up after that. Rallus and Gerp, Budsweiser, Itkovian, and Draken King are going to be working on handling the ads, and we will be looting the items, the A granites from the captains. They drop from the captains. Once we get all 4, we turn them into the NPC where we spawned in, and then kill Brath. Brath is going to be moving throughout the fight. It is timed on his moves. His first move is going to be at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. We will need to stay in range when that happens. But let's see first if we can get to that time frame when it happens, and then make adjustments from there. Fair?
His second point is closer to us than he is right now, so...
Yeah, that's why I wanted to set up over here, just because, hopefully. Okay, is anybody not ready to start messing with us? At this point, again, we are handling ads, keep the tank alive. Good. I would like a rampage tank. Yeah, fuck it. We'll be okay without a rampage tank. No, change my mind. Wolfgar. I'm going to DA you. I'd like for you to be the first on aggro. Just kind of stand at his feet, okay?
Okay.
Let the DA wear off naturally. You ready to move in? All you're going to do is be uninvis and walk up and stand at his feet.
Okie dokie.
All right, you ready to go?
Yep.
DA incoming now. Go, 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 Wolfgar. Heals to Lizardman, please.
Can I DPS now?
Yeah, sure.
Ads in 5. Ads up.
Kill the ads, kill the ads, kill the ads.
Whoa.
Kill the ads. Everybody kill the ads. Brath is not killable.
Need
Tanks
tanks to
on
pick
these
the mobs
ads.
up?
That should be Rallus, Gerp, Budsweiser, Itkovian, and Draken King on those ad tanking.
Taking it. Taking one. There's a lot of them.
It looks like most of them are stunnable.
Excellent. That's good to know.
But I'm down.
People are dying like crazy.
Gerp down, heavy down.
There's no tank on this red one. It's just chewing healers.
Bat me down.
Are we trying Mez, Root, Snare, anything?
Most resisted Mez, most did stun. Only the red one resisted stun.
I'm gonna bring an air pet to this next time.
Mm-hmm. Syncope, are you having any issues keeping that Trench Guardian messed?
He's having no problem. I'm not sure if anybody else up here is alive.
Excellent. Thank you. Just wanted to know. And yeah, it looks like we got a wipe. We wiped to the first wave of ads.
So some were rootable. Some were not. Some were snareable.
some spawned west of us, so if we have a ranger facing west to do their beam snare, that'd be helpful. Of course, they might die for whatever resists it and comes and smacks them. So
This named is a serious gimp. This is nothing. He was hitting me for 2 to 6k.
Yeah, he was.
He doesn't
for like 8 without defensive.
So it said in the walkthrough, his damage output increases after you turn in the 4 items and he's killable.
Yes.
So until then, he might not be too bad.
Correct.
So we might have had too many healers on you.
So how hard were those ads hitting?
Between mostly 4s and 5s, but there's a couple of 6s and 9s. 6,000, 9,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I had an 82 was my highest.
They only had 1 hit for 9,000, mostly 4s and 5s.
Go ahead and summon your corpse if you have not yet done so.
I wasn't positioned perfect for that. I wasn't expecting them to pop right inside the force. I kind of was between you and the mob because there was an open area. I was expecting them to pull them in or something. And then I ran in there and there was like 5 mobs and they all came in from the right tunnel. Like, so y'all are fighting out there. I go back in to the right and I see like 3 come from that way. So you just sit with everybody and face that way. Unless it's random.
Could be.
Well, so it looked like there was 2 sets of ads. One spawned directly west of the raid, and then one came from somewhere else. I think northeast. I'm not positive. I didn't see that.
Was any of them mezable at all?
Only like 1 or 2 of that group, and I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that every single one except for the red guy was stunnable, so I don't see why we can't stun lock them and deal with them.
The red guy was unsnarable. I couldn't tell about the other ones.
Yeah,
So
one of the yellows was.
For those of us who were still in the zone after the expedition closed, we got punted from the world.
Wow.
We will be back, I'm sure.
That is so annoying.
It's like the ceiling in the mine fell on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was just wondering why my cleric just went offline. I was like, what the?
Yeah, Ariana was in there with Lizardman, and I think we were the only 2.
So Liz, since he's kind of cheesy in the beginning, maybe only 1 tank or maybe 1 backup over there. That gives us another one to pick up all those red ones.
Absolutely.
Well, there was only 1 red one. Everything else was yellow.
Exactly.
So alternating the stuns like we do the ants in that one mission the one raid.
Mm-hmm.
Just having a tank pick up the red dude.
Yeah, I think the red one was near the end of what we killed, so that was bad.
Would 1 cleric be enough to heal Lizard or the main tank?
I think 2 would.
Yeah, I think 2 would be better, but 1 tank and 2 dedicated healers should be sufficient. Let's finish rezzing in the lobby. We're going to rebuff in the hall. We do have a small problem. Yes, we are going to try this target again, but the small problem that we have is the banner, of course, was in our expedition, and the expedition is closed, and we do not have enough people to move it. So that means some of us are going to have to run back. We are not going to be able to banner back as easily.
Fortunately, that's a quick run.
It's a quick run, so if you're worried about losing the banners, you can move it to the hall.
Yeah, we're going to move it to the hall, but unfortunately, we will...
Well, there's no seeing Viz or anything on the way, so...
True.
Yeah, it's not Corifax, but it's close.
So, let's finish. Do our buffs in the guild hall. I know some of us are just zoning in right now. Lizardman is ready for a re-invite.
Man, I'm so glad they provided us with multiple ranks of our pet aura so that it costs less mana to cast once every 6 hours.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Alright.
Again, let's get those buffs out in the Guildhall pool, please. I know some people are just zoned in, so feel free to Tranquil Blessing a couple more times and pass out what needs to be done.
Put your buff in the pool.
Oh, yeah. I like him.
I do too. He makes me laugh a lot.
We do not have 54 in raid. We actually have 49 in raid at the moment. Though the vast majority of them are mains. We do have, I think, 11 boxes tonight. 12 now. There's one main logged. Just make sure you got your auras back up. Again, this is all about learning the event, because once we have it down, just like we have with all the others, it'll drop before us like butter. Not a problem. But we do have to go through the trouble of learning it. On our next raid on Sunday, I am expecting to have us beat our heads against the wall. No, to beat Fippy, the Unburring, that is the stun event, and 2 of a double chest and Masked Invaders.
Nice.
I mean, if we could find somebody else to kite, like Skyfall, we could split that. And get 4 chests.
Potentially and tentatively, yes.
If are we doing that?
Whatever day you come to raids.
My catfish is on fire and my dogfish ate it. And I gotta go.
Declining the res, I'm already buffed, but thank you.
On another good note, Shadow Knights get a 0 cast time dot as well.
And that's a beautiful thing.
What the hell would we do with 4 chests?
Best things in life.
Try to hand out all the loot before they fucking despawn.
Yep.
I mean, I was just thinking that's a lot of motorboating.
Oh boy. On that happy note, those who are ready, willing, and able and can do so quickly, please head over towards Underquarry so we can drop a new banner. We will leave the banner outside, so we don't have to do this again.
What stats?
We will assign 1 tank, yes, 1 tank to handle Brath, and we're going to assign 2 clerics to keep them alive, and the rest of the raid is going to handle the ads.
Hey Lizard, can I suggest an alternative?
Please.
Drop a bunch of campfires outside of the instance so we can put the banner in the instance.
That could work as well.
That way we have the advantage of having the banner without paying for it over and over again. And we have the campfires to get back quickly. And put the banner back outside.
Sounds good.
And if there are people who can't be campfired, then we have
All right. In meeting an underquarry, we will move the banner over there so those who were not confident to run will be able to safely get there.
This is one that I don't have too much trouble with.
Thank you. Banner is set outside the expedition.
Oh, just took the board. Ooh.
It's not a far run.
It's not a hard run either.
The campfire's up, Tommy.
I'm over here. Anyway.
No, you should still campfire.
Let me zone first and then I'll campfire.
Do we need to kick the other DZ so we can re-request?
Negative. We do not have a DZ, even if it appears that way.
Ah, okay, one of those.
Yeah. Good times. Least buggy expansion ever, really.
Same mobilized.
I don't see a DZ.
Correct. But others will.
Did you drop our cat?
No, I see it.
I did.
Thank you, whoever did it.
Me.
I can see you, DZ.
Alright, it's going to take probably 30 seconds for the expedition to spin up. You're all going to continue to spam before then, but it will not work. And when it does, you can say, report to Tenkar.
Enhance.
Just please shrink once you're inside. Never have 54 mains? Never have 54 mains. True, but we all it is very rare that we don't have a full raid.
I feel like they should
From
have
one way or
renamed
another.
this expansion Jagged Little Bro.
I like that.
Yeah, I believe there's only one team on this
Such a
server who
jewel.
has 54 mains. And they don't put them all
I guess it
together,
was
they
a
actually
Lance
split
Morris
raid.
that Jewel was
I was gonna say that
I
was
was
cool.
cooking the wrong work.
They use
Everyone
boxes
was
and
really
then split
nice
everything.
about it, though. Like nobody said anything.
Again, please be shrunk, be invis, once you're inside, and hug the left wall. If you choose to hug the right wall, we'll need to do this all over again.
Remember, the right wall is the left wall.
That is correct, my good sir. You
I
can
love
be
you so
right
much.
and wrong at the same time.
Remember, two lefts don't make a right.
That's right.
The two of you should team up for a blog.
That would be fun.
But three lefts do.
Did it take you that long to do the math in your head?
But I was gonna say you thought hard about that.
No, I was drinking water.
Water?
He means vodka.
Meant
No, I wouldn't
water.
say it's that difficult. Just have good boxers. You got people who can box well. It's not as big of a deal.
Water on Saturday.
Water you drinking?
Did you?
Yeah, like I mentioned, there is a raid crew on this server that splits most of the content and does so with 42-ish in 2 different raids.
Right, so it
Half of them
sounded
boxes.
like having a ranger facing north and a ranger facing west, ready to attempt to route as they're coming in. Might at
Or-
least slow it down.
Yes.
Enchanters for stuns and snares.
Looks like a horrible idea.
And our raid picking up the captain first. Make sure the reds are taunted on an actual plate tank of some sort. Who was next? Who was next on that tank list? Pummel. Is your fort up?
It is.
Excellent. I'll lead you in this time. That will leave Rallus, Gerp, Wolfgar, and tentatively myself. Actually, Wolf, go ahead and stick with Pummel, just in case he goes down so you can pick up the named. And Rallus, Gerp, and myself will stick with the raid and pick up the ads, along with our knights. And again, you're not trying to take aggro, but if he dies, pick it up, okay?
What about Rant?
I will go in initially for that, and I'll hang around the general area here and back and forth to pick up as many ramp hits as possible.
Copy.
Okay, we should all be here. Is anybody not ready to go again? The goal in this time is handle the ads, keep the tank alive. Let's assign 2 healers in particular to keep the tank alive. I'm seeing that Hefe, let's say Milo, and Milo will heal Pummel, and Ninmit will heal Pummel. Milo and Ninmit are going to make sure Pummel lives, or Wolfgar lives if we choose to kill Pummel. Everybody else focus on keeping the rest of the raid alive. This would be a good time for Paladin Splash to heal a lot of the raid and draw aggro to yourself.
Might want to do a deflection though. I don't. You guys have your timers. I don't know, but that's gonna draw a lot of aggro. Those things hit hard.
Hell yeah, it will. And stuns are a good thing. Anytime.
I'm going to drop one of those wards here too, and a quick reminder to everybody, don't forget to click your Tranquil Blessing right before we start, and you can use it while we're going.
Good call.
They quadded me for 10k.
Good.
It felt special.
You should. Special is the word I think of when I think of you.
Did we get a new ability I don't know about? What's Tranquil Blessing?
It is a caster ability that is in substitution for MGB. You can only use it when out of combat, though.
Who am I missing from group 6?
Alright.
Marine said she was going
Yep.
too long and get drugs.
Exactly.
Correcto.
Let's see. I can swap people around. Hold on.
All right, Dami, let me know when you're ready and we'll get this going.
Bring Ambit in for some extra stunnage.
I'm good with that. I'll bring him in. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a Kovian back in group. Thanks. I'll put Drake in that group as well, or some SK Epic. Alright, we're good.
Lizard, did you want a full stun rotation or just freestyle?
We should be able to freestyle. I say that because the mobs aren't going to be grouped.
Roger that.
They're coming from multiple locations, so if we were to do that, we'd leave areas loose. All right, Pummel, you ready?
I am. Tell me when to take it off, okay?
Okay, I will go in. Once you see me, you're welcome to do your thing. I trust you to know how to warrior.
Someone say warrior.
Oh, yeah. All right, I am DAing Lizard, and I will send Lizard in. Make sure I'm on aggro. All right, I am. Heals are going to Pummel. Keep in mind the named also hit you rampage.
up.
Mobs incoming.
Guards down.
Oh jeez.
Get the captain.
Guard down again.
Who's on assist?
Let me switch it.
No one.
Oh boy.
Where did Finn's go? Oh, he crashed.
Well, Cappy's dead at least. That's a good start. Start killing some of these others. You're the one with the lowest hit points.
If it was summoned by the named.
Oof.
Murdered.
Nice. We summoned by the named or by the pit guardian?
The named.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he as soon as he popped down there in the pit, he summoned him, and then she got it missed.
Gotcha.
If we didn't have the raid right here to draw aggro, could we kite these?
Hmm.
And then pull them in individually?
Perhaps.
I'm just trying to find reasons for Skyfall to kite now.
Hmm.
He's my new favorite kiter.
I heard he likes it.
I will shit in your shoe.
Well, someone has to.
Did he summon?
I mean, the dogs haven't in a while.
Yes, they do summon.
Yep.
Is the banner down?
Yes, the banner is.
The Primeval is the first tier of armor, by the way. Hold here. Add soon.
Adds in 45 seconds. Brath is warping in 15.
Oof. We have chosen to murder Pummel. Let us heal Wolfgar.
It wasn't a choice.
And we have chosen to murder Wolfgar.
Nimmit's tanking.
We have chosen
You
to
tank on
murder
it.
Nimit.
He's warping. Or, I guess he doesn't warp, he moves. Crag's tanking.
Okay, I sent Lizard in.
It's on Skyfall now.
This is fine.
The weapon shield running for
Adds in
right
5
now?
seconds.
Yeah. Do they summon at 100%?
No idea.
Let's find out.
Oh, I'm toast.
Hi, Toast. I'm Lizard Man.
They didn't like being vine lashed. They ran right through it.
Yeah. Go, Crag, go.
So close. Almost got him.
A bunch of little. I don't even want to say that word.
Yes, the moles. Bunch of moles. Careful.
Oh, great. Someone's punting.
What the hell is this?
This is us having fun.
I got a bad feeling, Lizard.
Oh, stop, stop, stop.
And I'm banner
Probably
back.
right.
Probably not a good idea.
Do we need love or something?
Lev will not work. He will remove it.
killed the captain.
Well, Cappy's dead. That's good.
I have no idea. No, they're here. Little diggers.
Yep, those badgers are miles we gotta kill.
Badgers. We don't need no stinking badgers.
Darn it. Oh,
There we go.
Oh,
Now we're about to get punted.
Right. It killed my pet.
Interesting.
And it hasn't been 6 hours.
Oh no, the aura's on me. It's okay, I don't have to recast that.
Alright, I'm going to send Ninmit over to the lobby on the west side to res those in need of some reses.
Thank you for that.
That was an interesting thing.
Oh, come on, he's 1.5. He likes it.
Hey, he likes it. That's great. I'm not sure we do.
Eh.
I thought it was cool.
Banner moved outside.
Thank you.
Are we reminding the kids about pineapple pizza tonight?
Ooh,
I think I'm gonna get that this weekend.
that sounds good.
I'm gonna
I
throw
want
in
bacon.
That's what it was, is bacon.
Bacon!
It's bacon, pineapple, and ham. And pepperoni too much.
Ham is just failed bacon, dude.
Unless it's Canadian bacon.
Ugh.
No.
That should not even be permitted to be
It's not
called
even
bacon.
Yeah, that shouldn't even, yeah, exactly.
That is an
You should go
affront
wash
to
your mouth
bacon.
out. You should go wash your mouth out with a revolver for that one.
Oh, wow.
Wash it out.
Oh my
Dang.
Just kidding.
Hold on there, Tiger.
I love
God.
Canadian bacon.
Oof.
Canadian bacon is good, but it's glorified ham. It's not bacon.
Yeah, it's and ham is cool and all, but oh, that's a good question. Who looted that granite?
Nobody.
Two sitting on the corpse. I'm wondering if we fail multiple times and just keep looting the granites, can we just turn them in?
That'd be friggin' interesting.
Are they all the same, or they have different names?
Or are they temporary like some of the goos are, where if you die, they'll poof?
It didn't say no rent or temporary or anything. It just said lore, no drop, quest, and something else.
It does say temporary on it, but okay, then what if we loot one from the first one, gate out, loot one from the first one, gate out, loot one from the first one, and when we have all four, we zone in, turn all four of them in and try to F them up.
Do we get any more ads?
Are they the same names? Same item names? That's the next question.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Did you try to? Well, no, obviously not. But you might try to identify once we get two of them to make sure.
The problem is controlling the ads while we try and burn the name down.
Yeah.
We would have about 4 minutes to kill the name before we get the second wave of ads, but we would still have the first wave of ads after 20
Right.
seconds that we have to deal with.
I thought Skyfall was just gonna kite him.
Well, we are going to discuss a kite strategy for the ads to see if that's a feasible possibility. Because we just potentially uncovered a bit of cheese here. Because let's get crazy for just a moment. Let's say we do the first wave and gate out 4 times. Okay? We're just throwing this out there. Let's say we do the first wave 4 times and have 4 people loot them.
We can't. We're not going to be able to kite. According to Ala, it says that they summon at 100%. All ads.
Okay. And that's something that we can prove on our next run, is whether they actually do, because I saw one of them rooted and not summoning anybody. So I don't think that's true.
I only got summoned once, and I was dropping Vine Lash every other minute.
So I'm thinking that's not necessarily accurate for all mobs. It might just be some. Maybe the red ones summon. We need to find that out. But the idea that I'm trying to propose here is, what if, and it's just a what if, we were to do the first wave 4 times, just backing out and getting that looter out on our 5th time doing it, because it's not going to take long and we're not wiping. Once we've got that down, we can literally turn them in, handle the first wave, and burn down the name to win. That's potential cheese right there.
Yeah, but if we don't get that shit dead in time, it's gonna get ugly.
That's true. That's true. But at this point, especially with so many people that are going to be logging and are logging, we need to find ways to make things easier the next time we come in here. So to those who are logging, have yourselves a good night. Thank you for being here as long as you could. We absolutely understand. We will look forward to next time with you. But for those of us staying, let's figure out what we can do to make this work.
Some instant items do disappear when you zone out. Do we know if that one stays with whoever grabs it?
That's what we need to find out.
So I still have the charmy, slimy, oozy thingy from the other raid in my bag.
You do?
Thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
And those things poof when you die, so it's possible that this will. Now, the thing that we need to learn on this event is to learn how to handle the ads in the best way possible while
Shadow kites.
handle the ads the best way possible, so we have the fewest amount of deaths on those ad waves. So since we've had a few people leave, let's go ahead and review our group makeup and condense some groups where we can, so we have fewer people having to maybe we can group up some healers or such. Right, Dami?
Yes, always.
Awesome. Alright, if you are in the guild hall, please use the banner. Let's get back over to the expedition. We are not zoning in just yet. We're going to all meet in the same location so that everybody is in the same location.
Well, if we're gonna test this whole kite thing anyways, you might as well just have, 1 tank or 2 tanks and 2 healers go in and somebody to run around and kite the other shit.
Correcto. Perhaps there was a reason I said we're not all zoning in yet.
Don't lie, you didn't just make that up.
Skyfall, go ahead and zone
Yeah,
in.
he did.
My internet connection.
Going through a tunnel.
I was in the pool.
Wow.
Okay, stay out here. Do not zone in. Get any missing buffs. I'm going to do some shenanigans. stay out here. I'm gonna try a thing.
Oh, I just realized I don't even have a bard, so I couldn't hide anyways. No problem. It's okay. Damn it.
There's room in the raid. You can bring a bard.
Okay, so Captain, Avenger, Warrior, and other Avenger, and Brath all summoned at the same time. So confirmed they absolutely do summon. And the Basher does not. Bashers do not summon. Avengers, Warriors, Captains do summon. So any Bashers we can probably knock back Root and deal with later, one less hitting us. Alright, you kicked the expedition, right?
Yep.
Very good, very good. Alright, give me just a moment. I'm resin my butt over in the lobby. I'll banner back in. I would like to have some buffs though, once I arrive. But that's what we need to know for those. Yes, they do spawn underneath the named. Or even if that's what it looked like to me, because I dropped aggro as soon as I saw them spawn, and they were all huddled underneath the named. So they come from that direction, so we could set up a stun rotation should we desire to lock down those other mobs while the red are tanked. That would help us from dying to the waves of ads. And if we keep a tank with 2 healers on the named at all times, that should help keep them alive. Let's try that for this round. Thanks for the quick rebuffs. Thanks for repulling the expedition. All right, let's go ahead and say report to, what's his nuts, Tenkar Everhot.
There's only 3 people in my group. I'm so pissed. Dang it.
Please shrink once you're inside. Check your auras. So we are not going to have the ideal stun rotation necessarily, but we absolutely can do one. And since we're all going to be grouped up in a corner-ish, we can control the flow of mobs coming in. So, Gancho, you're with us still, right? Excellent. So we should probably make an adjustment. We can go ahead and do the same stun rotation. We can probably adjust our pause to, I'm thinking 2.3, 25. Let's do 20 pause. Yeah, let's do pause 25. That should be enough time to allow it to repop. We might have to go pause 30 though.
Are we, is there a third person or just me and Gancho?
Ambit.
We should be fine. Yeah, last time I was able to pop it, I could have popped it on the third person as it was.
Alright, then let's switch it to pause 20 then. And let's do a run through right here and see how it works. Who goes first?
Me, hang on, let me change that to 20.
Alright, so Tinston, Ambit, Gancho. Repeat.
Is that going to aggro that target me?
I don't know. Let me hit him and find out.
Why don't you guys move out and down?
Nope.
Into the corner?
Can't hit him. Alright, sorry, I was go again and then I'll go ahead and click mine. Tinson, was yours up when your message came up?
Yeah, let's run it one more time, please.
Sounds good. On your go.
Nope, you were right. We're gonna need the other 5.
Alright, let's try a pause 25 and go from there. If that's still too tight, we can go pause 30. Mine was up.
Yeah, mine was up too.
Gancho good? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, so we'll go with pause 25. That seems to be okay-ish. And cool. So plan is we will hide in the corner, same as we kind of did. We will have the rotation going off. Raid is going to focus on the red one first, and then focus on the yellow ones. Anything else would be uncivilized. Who do we have for everything up who can start tanking off this named?
I got everything up.
All right, Wolf it is. I will send my own happy butt in to be your initial aggro. And all you gotta do is what you do when you do. Do the do. All right, let's head. Hug the left wall, head to the corner. Hug the left wall, head to the corner.
Yes.
And
Somebody
aggro
aggroed.
the named.
Somebody
Of
else
course we
knows
aggro the named.
that.
Means the event started, right?
It does. Let's get to the corner, though. Let's get to the corner. Everybody to the corner.
We need to go quick, yeah?
Yeah, I'll send Lizard in. Sending him now. Okay, heals to Wolfgar. Okay, that works as
They
well.
were coming. He just moved quicker.
That's what Fortitude is for, but okay. Heals to Lizardman. I got Fortitude going.
Adds in.
Damn, they ran.
Stuns go! Stuns go!
And I'm dead just like that.
They ran right through us.
They ran right through us. They're going over there.
Yep, they're going up to the name.
Of course they are.
I hit final stand on accident. I should have hit for it.
All right, Kerp's got him here at the raid.
Good, thank you.
They're eating people.
Of course they are.
Hey, Lizard, do you have auras from right there? circle?
No.
Distance down.
How about now?
We need a tank on the captain.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Ambit's down. Lizardman's down.
Milo's. Somebody want to come tank this, or we just?
I think
Dead.
this is a
We
Yeah,
done.
That's a white.
tanks.
All right, let's go ahead and summon our corpses to the lobby. We can rebuff in the guild hall in a moment to think about this. So, for those of you watching on the stream, so far what's happened tonight is we've spent a lot of time going over some learning events for the raid. This is one of the more difficult expansions, as I've probably mentioned a couple times before. Underfoot is not something to be taken lightly by any means. So we do take some time to make sure the raid crew is learning the event, getting to know all the different aspects of it and different ways that we might be able to benefit from things that have not been patched. Exploits, cheese, if you will. And that's something that we spend a lot more time on than some other raid crews do, but it is still a fun time. It's not nearly as much fun when you're not winning and getting that loot, but we do have to spend some time learning these events. It's just simply a part of the Underfoot expansion. But we are going to go ahead and call it at this point. We are going to, we do have a lot of people that are going to be logging. We had quite a bit of, I don't want to say some issues with some people not quite picking it up the way they should, and thereby having focus problems. So that being said, let's we are going to go ahead and call it here. So I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. So I will end by saying thank you
Horns
for
went
taking
from
the time out
49%
of your day
to
to come and
92%.
join me in mine. It's a pleasure having you along. I anticipate
So we've got like
streaming
20
again on
corpses.
Sunday
I know.
when we go ahead and hit some farm and or loot targets. Then it's going to be a beautiful thing. So I am definitely excited about that. We're going to hit at least 3 loot targets, one with double chest hopefully. And that's going to be beautiful. But until then, thank you again. I appreciate you being a part of this joyful ride. Have yourself a good night, and we will